There's no way anything would happen. Alright, fine, I'll do this one. A sudden chill ran down the length of my spine. I froze. I knew the feeling. A length of cold steel seeking entry into your flesh, eyes shining with a lust for blood and violence. Since I'd begun living with the Shinsengumi, I felt it more than once. Bloodlust. My eyes were drawn to the roof where no one would think to look. A large wall cast a shadow, shielding a section of the roof from the moonlight. Someone is closing a faucet and there's a fucking plane! There they stood. Yeah, bad guys. Too bad we only have access to the one in the fucking middle with the most boring route in existence. Kazuma is officially at the bottom of the list. Someone upstairs doesn't agree with me, they just stop the floor. It is sort of, we don't really go out on dates. Events happen, yes, but it's a lot more historical than you'd think for a dating game because it's based on history. So, yeah. But I mean, there's also supernatural shit going on as we're about to find out. Dating sim with a plot, yes. I guess that explains it. They look very distinctive, unlike any soldier I'd seen before. But 3 sets of piercing eyes scattered my thoughts, making it hard to think. I had recognized them. Now I had to put names to faces. Shikage Kazuma. Kyuju Amagiri. Kyo Shiranui. I feel Amagiri and Shiranui should have had their own roots, but that's just me. They were connected to both the Satsuma and the Choshu, and they'd made an effort to impede the Shinsengumi at Ikeda and again at Hamaguri. Why are you here?
そのなぜっつうのはどうやってここに立ち入ったかを聞いてやがんのか。だったら答えは簡単だ。俺ら鬼の一族には人間が作る障害なんざ意味をなさねえんだよ。
我々はある目的のためにここに来た。君を探していたのです。
I'm being kidnapped, help! What? My heart was pounding so hard it could burst. Why do these men know my name? I don't understand. Oh my god. Well, if you play this game 12 times in a row, you'll probably learn something. I'm not kidding. A demon? What do you mean? What are you here for? No, you must be joking!
鬼を知らぬだと本気で言っているのか
You step forward, cloaked in shadows. People are making noises upstairs. I don't know what they're doing. But they're doing something on the ceiling of my room. What the fuck? Can the mic pick that up? Anyway, when Amagiri spoke, it was calm and peaceful, as if he were reasoning with a frightened child.
君は負った傷がすぐに癒えませんか。
scraping along the floor. What the fuck? Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Okay, so it's over now. I think it's over. I held my breath.
波の人間とは思えぬほど怪我の治りが早くありませんか。
How does he know my secret? I've never revealed it to anyone before. Well, Never mind, the noises is back. I'm gonna deal with it. Words struggled to come to mind, and just as I was about to deny their accusations...
ああ、なんなら血ぶちまけて証明した方が早いか。
Shiranui's gun glistened eerily.
知らぬい。貴様貴重な女鬼に傷を負わせるつもりか。
I'm not a demon. Hikari is, though. He is.
んなこと言われても、こいつの往生際が悪いんだからしょうがねえだろうが。
What does that mean, Lucy? After Cosmo glared at Shiranui, his eyes drifted towards the kodachi on my hip again.
多くは語らん。鬼を示す生と東の鬼が持つ子たち。証拠としては十分に過ぎる。
My family name? What was wrong with Yukimura? I didn't understand what he was saying, and the cold sweat started inching down my spine.
言っておく。お前を連れて行くのに同意などいらん。
Help, I'm being kidnapped. Again.
女鬼は貴重だ。共に来い。
Help! His hand stretched out from the darkness, pale and grasping like the tentacle of some hideous subterranean monster. Then a blade flickered through the night.
おいおい、合いびきならもう少し色気のある場所を選んだ方がいいんじゃねえか。
Our boys are here to save us.
またお前たちか。田舎の犬は目端だけは聞くと見える。
それはこちらのセリフだ。
Harada! Saito! My legs almost collapsed as if the now shattered tension was the only thing keeping me standing. I teetered backwards, my balance momentarily lost. A strong... I still say sinewy, but I have no idea what the word actually is. Hand caught me and pulled me back, its grip hard as steel.
下がってろ。
It's actually sinewy? Hijikata. One had guided me around behind him, even as the other drew his sword. This sentence still boggles my mind, and I have no idea if that's actually correct.
将軍の首でも取りに来たかと思えば、こんなガキ一人に一体何の用だ。
将軍の貴様らも今はどうでもいい。これは我ら鬼の問題だ。
鬼だと。
His eyes narrowed. Yeah, that's the thing with this game. There's gonna be a lot of, errors? Many errors. A lot of typos. A lot of things that don't make sense. Hijikata-san seemed perplexed by Kazuma's statement, as if contemplating the possibility of its truth.
こいつの面を拝むのは金門の変以来だな。
腐れんってとこか。大して嬉しくもねえがな。
Are you sure about Shiranui? Because you are happy fighting anybody.
再会という意味ではこちらも同じくだ。
我々の邪魔立てをするつもりですか。ならば。
The tension was so thick in the air that I could scarcely breathe. They were a power keg ready to explode. Even the slightest movement can set them off. It wasn't like I could do much. But I still wanted to help them, so I grabbed my sword.
副長たちの心配は無用だ。
Hi, Yamazaki! Yamazaki, when did you...
副長のメイだ。君はこのまま俺が屯所まで連れて行く。
Then, you're telling me to run away?
その通りだ。君がここにいてもできることは何もない。
Kind of, sort of. I mean, truthfully, we don't get proof we're even a demon till chapter 4. We're at chapter 3. We assume because those three, Kazuma, Magiri, and Shiranui are after us. So, the Shinsengumi aren't really convinced about the demon part yet. I mean, he may be right, but well, the guide says, go back to headquarters. Even as I ran back to the headquarters with Yamazaki, I couldn't shake the fear in my heart. When I finally got to the compounds, I still felt nervous, and I could do nothing but stare into the blank darkness behind me.
もう大丈夫だ。さすがにここまで追ってはこれまい。
But
不安なところ申し訳ないが、俺は副長たちのところへ戻らなくてはならない。
Lucy, this is the best boy. This is the best boy. Nobody can tell me otherwise.
皆将軍校の警護に出ているから、今の屯所に大使はほとんど残っていない。沖田さんか東堂さんのところにいるのがいいだろう。そこが最も安全だ。
Okay, understood.
では、後のことは頼んだぞ。
Ninja's better than samurai. But technically ninjas didn't exist. We'll live with it. With that, he disappeared back into the darkness. Suddenly, the night felt very quiet. The word demon echoed through my head, and their faces floated in front of my eyes. I shook my head. As the temple came back into focus, I felt very, very alone. As Yamazaki said, I should go find Okita or Hesuke. That's one way to look at it. But whom should I look for? It's apparently Hesuke, and I don't know why. The night compounds that I was so used to felt like a place I don't know. Nearly all of the members of the Shinsengumi left to guard the shogun, which meant the compound was still cold and oddly silent. So when I spotted Heisuke, I was quite relieved. Heisuke.
あれ、なんでここにいるんだ。将軍の警護は終わったのか。
Yeah. Actually, I didn't know where to start. Stumbling over my words more often than not, I poured out the whole story. At the mention of Amagiri, the man who wounded Heisuke at Ikeda, he scowled.
あいつが二条城に。しかもお前を迎えに来たって。人違いじゃねえのか。お前にそっくりな誰かと勘違いしてるとか。
I don't think so. I don't know how, but they knew my name.
そっか。なんか気味が悪いよな。
Yeah, it is. It is.
でももう大丈夫だからさ。安心しろって。
Thanks. But wait. I thought you didn't feel well. Shouldn't you be resting inside? Or better yet, I'll prepare some medicine.
あ、
Heisuke.
実はさ、違うんだよ。調子が悪いわけじゃなくて。
The good boy lied! Water. What? Why? He looked at me for a moment, then shook his head in defeat.
ただ、警護に行きたくなかったんだ。
What do you mean you didn't want to go? Why? Heisuke seemed to be unsure whether to open up, and he looked up at the night sky for a moment. Eventually, he slowly but quietly continued speaking.
近藤さんとか土方さんは、幕府とか家持公のことをすごく尊敬してるけど。
Yes, there is a throne. And it is almost all entirely themed after this game series, so. Yeah, advice was taken.
俺はとてもそうは思えなくてさ。
What do you mean by that? I was in disbelief that he would admit such a thing, so I had to ask.
お前はしばらく江戸に戻ってねえからわからねえのかもしれねえけど、今の江戸はさ、偉人が我が物顔でいろんな建物を建ててて、なのに幕府の役人はそのことを全然気にしてねえみてえでさ。
Maybe, I don't know. My hair is usually always tied.
本気で上位をするつもりがあるのか、江戸に住む人たちを守るつもりなんてねえんじゃねえかって思っちまって。こんな状況で将軍上洛って言われてもいろいろ引っかかっちまってさ。それにお前も聞いたんだろ、例の薬の話。
My heart pounded. I did. Nah.
あれもさ、もともとは幕府の命令なんだよな。近藤さんたちは頑張って実績を積めば幕府もいずれ認めてくれるって思い込んでるけど、このまま便利にこき使われて捨てられる降参の方が高いんじゃねえかな。
Heisuke.
誤解しないでくれよ。俺別に近藤さんや土方さんのやり方に不満があるわけじゃねえんだ。やっぱりあの人たちのことは好きだし、ついて生きてって思ったからこうやって一緒に今日に登ってきたんだし。
Heisuke's eyes were filled with confusion and pain, and it hurt my heart seeing them. To be in the predicament of not knowing what's right or wrong, and how to confront being loyal to something you don't believe in. So, was that why you invited Ito to the Shinsengumi? I say both.
ああ。伊藤さんは政治とか世の中のことに詳しいし、人脈もあるし、タイをいい方向に導いてくれるんじゃねえかって思って。少なくとも今よりは。
As any group grows, it must begin to accept people with differing viewpoints. Science and human nature simply decrees it cannot be tightly focused forever. So long as the Shinsengumi fought in the front lines of any war, it would lose friends to death. But how many might it lose, I wondered, to differences of opinion? I did my best to put the thought from my mind. Enjoy the present, don't worry about the future. That was what I truly believed, and I quietly looked up at the starry sky.